So I started wearing my headscarf basically at the beginning of year 7, right? So I was 11, and I was ready mentally to put a headscarf on because my mum was very gentle in how she like taught me about hijab. Just the same as you learn to like put your underwear on before you put your clothes on is exactly the same way that my mum taught me that when you reach a certain age and you come on your period, your menstruation, blah blah blah, you become a woman, and then like when you're a woman, there's levels to this womanhood, you get it? So that's when she taught me that from young, like primary school. It was light work. The problem I did have though was abaya and everything else other than actually putting a headscarf on. I felt like putting a headscarf on was light work, but you see, when it comes to like covering up the rest of my clothes and stuff like that, I struggled. And I guess it's because my mum never actually spoke to me about that. I never learned about that kind of stuff. It was more learning about wearing the headscarf in its simple form, right? Of course though, I was learning about hijab and the conditions of hijab. So I always knew, okay, I know I have to wear my scarf, but I also knew that in terms of leveling up my scarf, then there's certain things that I would have to change or implement in order to wear a hijab. Like, so I could never say that, boom, like I'm wearing a hijab right now because I'm wearing makeup. So I know that I wear my scarf, I wear a headscarf, right? And I'm very proud to wear one. But obviously, in terms of like the conditions of hijab, I know that I'm still on my journey of learning that and implementing the knowledge that I do have. Do you get it? But yeah, it was my mum. She was very gentle with me when I was in school. She allowed me to wear my scarf whenever I wanted to. She never ever made me wear my scarf, ever. And I feel like that's why I ended up loving it. I loved wearing a scarf because it wasn't something that was made into like a chore. It wasn't made into something that was like, oh, well, you have to do that. It was more of like, ooh, why don't you try it? I tried it, liked it, wanted to wear it again. And I feel like as well, you see children, young kids, like tell them to put a scarf on, they'll probably put it on, and you encourage them and gas them up, they're gonna love it. The minute you try to tell them, well, today you have to wear a scarf, it's a whole different thing. Like children are very sensitive beings, and like if you ruin their innocence and ruin their freedom, it can have a huge impact on like how they are when they grow up. So even with my girls now, I'm very much like, if they want to wear a scarf, like my daughter sometimes she wants to wear a scarf to school, I don't mind if she wears a scarf to school, but I'm not going to tell her to wear it. Look at my makeup here. I'm not going to tell her to wear it to school. I'm not going to tell her to do so.